Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a really good day. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Sebastian. I do tea videos, vlogs, story times. Bitch, I do it all. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and help me out. I'm trying to get to 10K before my 5-year anniversary on YouTube next month. So if you want to help me out, I would be super, super grateful. The song you just heard was Cinderella by Trisha. I'm going to start all my videos with the Trisha song for about a week or two. Or 3 bits, because I don't even know. But anyways, you guys, let's get on to the tea. So, Trisha tweeted out a video this morning from a YouTuber called Petty Page. I never heard from her until today, but let me tell you, I have subscribed because not only is she gorgeous, she spills tea, she does makeup, bitch. You're gonna learn a lot from her, so definitely loved her personality, her accent, bitch, yes! Amazing. Love her, wanna be your best friend. But anyways, okay, so, she pointed out a really good clip, right? So, Petty Page explains in the video that Ryland Adams is worse than anybody. So, than Shane. And that's what Trisha tweeted, out this morning. So, basically, I saw the video, you guys, and Petty Page points out that she was starting to see a lot of comments that people were talking about a certain clip from the podcast, The Sip, with her and that girl, right? So, in this particular episode, they talk about how Lizzie and Ryland actually had a fallout due to a toxic friend. So I'm going to play you the clip that Trisha, Paige, everybody's talking about, and then we can talk about it afterwards, okay?
You were like, do you even have toxic relationships?
Yeah, I was like gonna say.
And I was like, my only friend breakup ever was with you.
But we got back together.
We did. Well, I guess, no, I had 2 friend breakups because I broke up with you over aligning with a friend that I had broken up with.
Right. And then you and I didn't talk for like maybe a decade. And then one day
A decade? No,
I don't know.
Like 3 years.
Was it 3 years?
Were you hurt?
I haven't even been here that long. Was I hurt? Yeah, I was hurt. I was the one that hit you up afterwards and I was like, hey, I don't like this. I miss you. Can we go hiking?
And then I slowly integrated you back into my life. We started by like hiking once a month. And then I was
like,
no,
we started by hiking once a year. But I did miss you. I hate everyone here.
Well, I felt that you chose somebody. We were besties, and you chose somebody that you didn't really know over me because you guys were like writing together.
Well, to be fair, the way that whole relationship crumbled with you and this third party, we'll call them Max. But I didn't know how severely toxic this ex-friend of yours was because it seemed kind of petty to me. And in my mind, I could have both. You know what I mean? Like I could have a private relationship with this man and a private relationship with you. And looking back on it, I now realize that you were so upset, almost in a super protective way.
Well, yeah.
Because you knew something that I didn't know.
Well, it wasn't just me. He had been dropped by 4 or 5 of my other friends because they had also rubbed them all the wrong way as well.
I mean, it just took me, getting abused and used to come to that conclusion myself. But even, I think you and I started talking again before I dumped him.
Yeah, you guys were still working together because I had gotten over it. That would be the only person that it might be awkward if I had run into in the past. Now it's like so far behind me that I would just say like, hi, how are you? But back then, it's like, that would be my fear of running into a toxic ex.
So as you guys can see, it's literally like, it's that so Raven, bitch. She like went back, she saw the future, and it's like literally it's happening again. You know what I mean? It's absolutely insane how similar the stories are. And it was so bad that Ryland actually had to distance himself from Lizzie because she was hanging out with that toxic friend. Does that all sound too familiar, honey? Ryland, knock knock, who's there? Not you, bitch. Hello, where are you? You're doing the same thing to Trisha. It's actually kind of crazy to think that, this is a friendship of 12 years, her and Shane, right? 12 years long friendship. And it's now down the drain because of one person. One person that they are so blinded by the lights, the spectacle, the money, the everything. Or basically just terrified chose to be with this person, side with this person, and ignore Trisha and not stand or defend Trisha publicly, right? So, the same thing happened to Ryland. He dismissed Lizzie from his life, and they stopped talking for more than 3 years because of this person. So you would think if you would go through the same thing, wouldn't you already kind of have learned your lesson and say, you know what? I'm actually doing the same thing that Lizzie did to me. I actually have all the feelings. I remember everything I felt, how hurt I felt, how, abandoned, how, disappointed, sad, depressed I felt to have your friend side with the toxic person that you do not want in your life. You're doing the same thing to Trisha. And you walked through in her shoes already. You must know what it's like, what it feels like. So for this particular podcast of Jeffrey to still be on Ryland's The Sip channel, because it has 300-something thousand views, it sucks. And he even had to go. He even had to go and literally take all the likes, comments off the page because they were being flooded with snake emojis, with a lot of shade was being thrown, and not even shade, just truths. You know what I mean? A lot of things that Ryland is now coming to light. Let me tell you guys something. I have never trusted Ryland from day one. I have said it in my videos. I have said how I always thought he was, just a user. You can see, literally, you can see just emptiness, just money signs on his eyes. You can see how materialistic, how, just out of this kind of world. He is not, his feet are not in the ground. That's why people like Garrett, like Andrew, like Drew, like Morgan, they, being his sister, have sort of literally, little by little disappeared, because when you are a good person, there's so much of materialism, of thinking you're better off everyone, of talking shit behind people's back that you can take. You know what I mean? And listen, Daddy Garrett is the cutest thing in the world, bitch. Okay, I had a sex dream with Daddy Garrett. This was about like 2 years ago, and I still remember the dream. So listen, I had this dream with Daddy Garrett. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the dream real quick because it's so messy. So basically, what happened was that my dream, right? I was at home, and I'm married, you guys, right? So like, I mean, Daddy Garrett can be daddy, but like I have my own daddy at home. You know what I mean? But listen, I can't believe I just call my husband daddy. Girl, we need a lot of therapy. Daddy issues. I've got daddy issues. That's another Trisha song. But anyways, I had a dream, and I was at my house, and I was just relaxing, and then Garrett all of a sudden texts me and says, hey, can you come over? And I was like, sure, I'll come over. So I guess this was when he lived in that tiny house, or maybe this was a year ago, I'm not sure, but he lived in that tiny house, and I just remember coming in, and I couldn't and I'm not even that tall, but like the roof was like super low, and I was like coming in, oh my God, and then he was sitting down, and he was wearing like these, like those jumpsuits that like construction workers wear. Like, he looked so hot, but it was like a bad porno, you know what I mean? So he was sitting there, and he was eating a hot dog from 7-Eleven, because I remember that there's like this humongous Slurpee, and then he was like, get over here. And then I go over there, and then he starts talking about the Avengers. So we started talking about the Avengers, and then, girl, he told me to call him Thor, and then, bitch, he gave me his Thor. No, but seriously, awkward. Awkward dream, because, you don't want to think about Garrett in those manners. But anyways, listen. Aside from the dream, okay? He did give me his big thorn, let me tell you. Thor gave me his big thorn, bitch. Okay, so listen. Anyways, going back to this tea, because I get sidetracked a lot, but I don't know how to talk. But anyways, listen. Ryland did the same shit. He should fucking know what he's up to. He is so materialistic. He is so I don't see any humbleness inside. His laugh is so fake. Like, and I don't like to trash anybody, but I like to say the truth of what I feel. The truth of what I feel is him knowing exactly what Trisha is going through. He can be have a little bit more sympathy than a 6-minute intro on his podcast and then just move on to the next story. Do you know what I mean? So it just sort of gives you a glimpse, just a small glimpse of who these people actually are, how their heart is, where their head and heart is, and what kind of heart, soul, brain energy they have. Do you know what I mean? And listen, I'd rather be poor and be a good person and have a good heart, because at the end of the day, good things happen to good people, and I wish them well, but before I wish them anything else, I hope they heal, because bitch, something is happening in that fucking, I think it's all the chemicals from the slime that Shane uses, and it's all over the house, and it's just doing something to him, because something is not adding up, bitch. 2 + 2 does not equal 4 in that house, okay? So let me know what you guys think about this drama. Like I said, you know what? You being in those shoes, you should know better, but it just goes to show what kind of heart you have, bro. You know what I mean? Girl, bye. So let me know what you think in the comments. Share this video if you think somebody will find it interesting. And please, please, please subscribe. And let's get to 10K. I would be so grateful. And Trisha, girl, we got you. And Ryland, step away from the chemicals.